Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah, but before we get started I'd like to acknowledge the traditional custodians on the lands on which we're gathering today. For me, that's the Yagara and Turrbal people. I'd like to pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging, and extend that respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples. And just a reminder that sovereignty was never ceded and we are living on stolen land. Hi, yes, I am Sarah, and I am here on YouTube. Did you really need me to say that? Absolutely not. Should I cut that out? I probably won't. I do fashion and beauty content if you're new here. Plus size specific. Why can't I talk today? So yeah, if that sounds cool, please like and subscribe. And if you are already subscribed and returning, hello. What's going on here? I did not notice that. Anyway, today we're just doing a real my chair's creaking, casual get ready with me, if I can speak words, because I'm going to a friend's house for dinner and I'm in the mood to put some makeup on. I've been sick all week and I just want to look pretty instead of like I'm dying. I mean, I know I look pretty, you know what I mean. So yeah, let's just do it. I'm so unprepared. A classic me. Primer. I like how I came back to YouTube like 2 weeks ago and I was all like pumped up and fired up and I was like, yes, I'm back, I've been away, this is it. And then I just didn't upload for like 2 weeks. 3? Many weeks. How embarrassing. So I'm sorry about that, but as I mentioned, I got sick and I've just been so busy. March is such a crazy month for me socially. There's so many like birthdays and I had a wedding, like it was it's wild. Let's chat because so much has happened in my life. As you may have noticed, as I mentioned in my last video, if you saw it was a Shein haul, I'm in a different space, and the reason for that, I'm not going to go into heaps of detail because this is the internet and this is my life. Like I'm not interested in going into huge amounts of detail, but I moved in with my parents and I am no longer with my ex-husband Morgan. Everything is fine. Deep breaths. It was an amicable split. It's just one of those things. No one did anything bad. We don't hate him. We don't hate me. It's fine. But it happened and it's been a few months now and I'm okay. But it was a rough few months and we had some other stuff going on in the family, some other loss and things like that, and it just was a really rough few months. But now I'm back on my feet. I'm living with my mom and I'm loving it. We get along so well. I love my mom. And I'm really happy. So that's all I'm going to say about that. I am in a new space. You'll probably see on my social media that I talk about dating and things like that now because I'm back out in the dating world. I forgot to silence my phone. I'm an iPhone user now. It's just my friend telling me I didn't need to bring anything tonight. She always feeds me. I love her. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I'm dating again and things like that. So if you see me mention that, that's why. I'm single now and that's okay. So I don't want to talk about it. Let's just move on. And I'm just gonna do something real chill today for my makeup because this isn't like a big event. I think it's legit my friend, her husband and their kids. So that's nice. I do need to get my beauty blender, so I will be right back. Drop. Oh, sweet boy. Gordy's allowed on the spare bed in here if he's got a sheet down. He's so cute. And I'm also trying to be quiet just in case my stepfather is trying to have a nap. Technically, like this wall, it's like his ensuite, but I'm not, you know, I'm a good house guest. But yeah, a lot's been going on, obviously, aside from that, and adjacent to that. So we're selling our house. So we owned a house, I won't say where exactly, but we do own a property, Morgan and I, and he's still living there and we're selling it at the moment. So my weekends have been filled with home improvements. Painting and like washing windows. Oh, like not the most fun things. So I've just been like so busy, and you know, lots of fun birthdays and stuff as well. I did have to miss my friend's birthday this week though, I'm sorry Mel, because I was sick and I'm finally starting to feel better. I've had the most sore throat. I didn't have COVID again, which was a relief, but whatever it was still sucked. Like I was stuck in bed. Like I didn't even have the energy to get up and go get a drink of water. I was exhausted, but I got off my bum this morning feeling much better and washed my hair because it had been a while. It was nasty. And I had an assignment due Friday, which I did not get done. It's currently Saturday the 15th of April. And I did not get my assignment done in time, so I got an extension for 2 days. I had a med cert because I was sick, and it's due tomorrow. And I did all of, like, obviously I started today. I'd done some planning, but like not really a lot. So I spent the entire day researching today, and oh my god, I'm so proud of the researching that I did. It's beautiful. Gosh, my skin looks so much better already, and all I did was put concealer on to get that looked at. I've been using a new curl cream, like not like very low effort curl cream, and I think it's nice. What do you think? Does it look good? Be honest. You know, something I will never understand is this, is how I watch beauty influencers on like TikTok and YouTube and whatever have their hair down while they do their makeup. Like, I'm sorry, but you're actually a sociopath. Like, that's not okay. It's not okay. I don't have it in here with me, but just FYI, I don't normally, like when I put makeup on recently, I haven't even been putting a base on. I've been putting like concealer on, tiny bit under my eyes just to make me look less dead. And the She Glam Birthday Skin Primer. I don't know what's in that magic stuff, but it just kind of like evens you out just the smallest amount. I already have good skin. It's enough. It's perfect. Like, no problem. And you can just easily reapply it and put it on top of sunscreen, like whatever. It doesn't work very well as a primer, like under foundation, but just as like a skin cover, love it. I'm in the mood for my Old Faithful Rimmel Match Perfection. Very boring, very, I wouldn't say like cheap, like, but cheap enough, you know. And I have actually been using brushes recently because I found a foundation brush that I like from Colourpop. So I've actually been using it because every foundation brush I've tried up until now I've disliked. But today I'm using a sponge because all my brushes need cleaning. This needs cleaning. This is disgusting. Don't do what I do. Clean your brushes. So yes, busyness and house stuff has been most of my life, but I've had heaps of fun other stuff happening as well. If you follow me on Instagram, you may have heard, because I can't keep my mouth shut ever, but I got formally diagnosed with ADHD from a psychiatrist and medicated. I didn't want a video about that process in Australia, because there's plenty of videos about it and TikToks about it and things like that. But you know, my specific journey in my city, I can talk about that. If you'd be interested, I can go into more detail than I'm going to right now. But basically, okay, man. Big sigh. Basically, I have been seeing a psychologist for years, due to some things, and when I got my anxiety under control through medication, and it worked really well for me. I was really lucky. It was amazing. Once I got that under control, I realized that I had all these other symptoms that I thought were anxiety, and I just assumed were anxiety. But they were left behind after my medication took effect. And I was talking to her and I was like, what the hell is this? Like, what's going on? And I mean, of course TikTok knew before I did, so TikTok started like just smashing videos at me of like women my age, late diagnosed ADHD, and their experiences. And I was just like, oh wow, I like really relate to this. Like, of course I did, because I have ADHD. So TikTok started throwing this stuff at me, and I was like, I relate a little too hard. Maybe I should ask my psychologist about this. And I have a psychology background, okay? So I do kind of understand a little more about this than the everyday person. I would not ever recommend self-diagnosing yourself with anything. If you think that you might be or have some kind of disorder, disability, or just have some symptoms that you're not quite sure what's going on, don't just diagnose yourself through TikTok and like go with that. I obviously followed that up. I got the idea from TikTok, which is totally fine, but then I followed it up with my mental health professionals and GP. Just FYI, don't go thinking you can just do this yourself, because you can't. Easier said than done though, right? Because once you hyperfixate on this, like, you're not gonna be able to stop. So I talked to my psychologist about it, and I wrote down a list of symptoms on my phone, because I never remember things when they're happening. I don't know how you guys deal with stuff, but when stuff's happening, my brain goes out the window. Like, she's gone. She said bye-bye. So obviously I knew that was going to happen. As soon as I brought it up, I'd probably panic and think she's going to think I'm crazy. You're like, you don't have ADHD, you're just lazy. Like, of course, rejection sensitive dysphoria. So I wrote everything down. I wrote this massive list. I did it all at once. Oh, good boy. Like, I went nuts with it. I spent like hours, and I was like going to Morgan, and I was like, what about this, and what about this, and what about this? And yeah, so then I took it to the psychologist, and she was like, yeah, you know what? It could definitely be that. Let's go down the path if that's what you want. So I had my diagnosis from her. She was pretty confident pretty early on, after I started talking about it, that my symptoms fit the diagnosis, and that diagnostically that made sense for me. And so she suggested that if I wanted medication, that the next step was to see my doctor. So I saw my GP. She totally agreed. She was 100%, I love my GP. I'm obsessed with her. She 100% agreed and was like, yes, let's get you organized. She gave me a referral, and I went to a psychiatrist. It was a lot more detailed than that. I'm just skipping over the pain of booking in with a psychiatrist. But I did, and I eventually got in to see someone. There was a wait, and my first appointment with him, he just asked me loads of questions, like an hour's worth of questions, and then he just hung up. I was like, so what? Obviously it wasn't, he didn't just hang up and like didn't say anything, but like I had no idea what he was thinking. All I knew was I had to come back in a month with my like report cards from school, which I did. And he read over them at my second appointment, which was only a few weeks ago. This is gonna look insane. I love pink under the eyes. I'm loving it at the moment. These are just random brushes I have in my drawers that I've like never used. And so I brought in all that to him, and I talked to him while he was pulling it all aside and like deciding what to do with it. And I had no idea what was going on. Hey. Yeah. It's a good time for my mum to walk in. She probably thought I looked absolutely insane, and because I do. This is sparkly. I didn't realize this was sparkly. It's a sheet lamb. What was I up to? Something about the doctor. Yeah, so he was like reading my report cards really, like, it was the slowest thing in the entire world. It was driving me up the wall. But then he finished and he was like, yup. And he just like texted me a script. Like without even like, he was just like, this is why you're here, right? And he texted me a script and was like, let's do this. So I'm on medication, which is working really well. Trying to make that look less crazy, which is nice. He didn't give me enough pills to last until my next appointment, which is in a couple of weeks. So now I have to ration them, but it's working, which is the most exciting thing ever, because I just didn't expect that to happen. I'm gonna put freckles on my face today. I'm gonna go for the sunburnt freckle girl look. I look insane in the viewfinder, by the way. I saw this on TikTok, like putting your blush and like making this whole area blush. So I'm doing that. And last time I did it, it looked so good. And then by the time I finished my makeup, it was gone. I was like, where did it go? So I'm now doing more than I need to in the hopes that it doesn't disappear. But I look crazy. Okay, whatever. Yes, I'm medicated and it's fantastic and they're working. I'm on a very short acting medication just to see how I react, and I think at the next appointment he'll change it to something else. And that's my ADHD story. So I have ADHD, which explains a lot, and I like actually have it. I have the medical receipts to back it up. Do you know how good that feels? Like, to be validated that I'm not just a lazy POS. Like, I have a disorder that stops me from doing things that I want to do. I was very productive today though. Today was a very good day. The executive function was just so good in me today. We're happy. So yeah, that's happening medically. I've got some other stuff going on medically, which I'm getting to the bottom of finally. You know how I like started snoring because of COVID? Did I ever tell you guys that? I don't know anything. I have been snoring ever since I had COVID the first time in like May last year. And it's been getting a lot worse. And when I moved in with my parents, my stepdad was like, that's real bad. And I'm guessing Morgan just got used to it because he was just there the whole time. Like, it was never any different for him. So I went to the doctor about that, and I think I might have sleep apnea. I'm gonna have to do a sleep study. But the executive function that is needed to get that done. But it's been, apparently, anecdotally, it's been getting better because, like, trigger warning if anyone doesn't want to hear about this, I'm going to talk about weight. But one of the things that can cause snoring and sleep apnea is the circumference of your neck. So if you're overweight, it increases your, like, chances of having sleep apnea. I need to concentrate because I don't know what I'm doing. One of my goals this year, which isn't like a hard goal, and it's not about weight, is to lose weight. And the reason I want to is not because of aesthetic reasons, although part of me probably does want to lose weight for aesthetic reasons, because we just can't get away from that, can we? As much as we want to pretend we don't care about that stuff, we do. Cute. But I have other medical reasons to want to lose weight, including this sleep apnea stuff. If I can reduce the width, the circumference, sorry, of my neck, which I have, and it has made a difference, it can improve your sleep and in some cases like remove your sleep apnea. Like, you can get rid of it. Because I did gain a lot of weight after COVID as well, because I was so exhausted. I had like chronic exhaustion from COVID. So, like, of course that's going to impact how much movement you do. I gained weight. I gained like 10-15 kilos. And so my measurements on YouTube like aren't right. I need to redo them. My size went up a little bit, but I could still like fit into my clothes until like right towards the end of my relationship, like early this year. So I also have, I don't have high cholesterol yet, but for my age it's way higher than it should be, and I'm at risk of high cholesterol. So that's something that I need to be careful of, and weight loss does make my heart, for my cholesterol is a safety thing, and it can lower my cholesterol. Sorry, distracted by my own face, like a budgie. And my spine as well. I have a really messed up spine. It's not really messed up. I have a messed up spine. I have 2 herniated discs, and I often have common neck problems and upper, like, shoulder area problems. And there are, like, some of those things are related to my weight, or at least exacerbated by my weight. So the more weight I have on my joints and ligaments and things like that, the harder they have to work and the more pain I'm in. So reducing my weight positively impacts my pain. So I've lost like 6 kilos. I don't weigh myself regularly. I do it when I remember. And I'm not consistent with like what time of day I do it or anything like that. I'm just kind of like winging it, just to see. But the biggest thing I've noticed is my sleep has gotten better, my pain has reduced, and my clothes are fitting better. So those 3 things are super important to me, much more important than how I look, because I need to look after my body or I'm gonna lose it. So yeah, that's what's been going on with my health. Everyone watching this, like, wow, we do not need that much information about your life. Like, we don't care. Classic oversharer. Can't shut my mouth. Sorry, not sorry. It's 2 AM, babes. Why am I putting so much makeup on? Just to go to, like, dinner at a friend's house. I went on a date the other day and didn't even put this much makeup on. Like, honestly, I look insane. I still look okay. Is this gonna go away, or am I gonna have to take this all off? Doesn't matter, it's just makeup, Sarah. Stop caring. This is the blush technique I saw that I just loved so much. It like becomes your eyeshadow, so you don't have to like do your eyes. Well, you do, but like, well, you don't have to. You can do whatever you want. How do we feel? Do I look less or more crazy? I personally think I look more crazy. It's not as severe in the mirror as it is in my viewfinder. I'm sorry, I keep looking at the viewfinder instead of the camera because I'm a budgie. I'm a very, very cute little bird. Who knows it? I think the problem is there's way more blush on this eyelid than this one. Let's try and fix that.
And then I get in the sauna.
I was watching Salem Tobar videos before. Oh, I love Salem. Her voice is just so soothing. And she's so smart. I don't think I look cute. I think I genuinely just look sunburnt. You can see the freckles if I'm up a bit closer though. It looks kind of cuter. What's next? What do I do next? Eyebrows. Yes. Oh, and more spray. I'm hoping the eyebrows will help bring this all together a bit. Make me look a bit less red. I probably need to like zoom you in, hey. Look how fluffy my hair is. You know that TikTok filter at the moment that's like, at the moment I say, it's been around for so long. It's like had a resurgence recently, the brow shaping filter. I really want to try that. I'm never happy with the shape of my brows and they're so different. Drives me up the wall. When I was a teenager, I had such luscious eyebrow hairs. Like in the mid, like they used to come in, wouldn't have ever had to draw them on. And now like they're so randomly sparse. There's just random areas of my eyebrows that just like don't exist anymore. I always struggle with the inner brow on this eye only. This eye always turns out fine, and then this side, oh, you know what I haven't done yet? I keep forgetting. I went to Sydney in February with my sister and we went and saw the Stray Kids concert. And if you follow me on Instagram, you may already know that, but I took heaps of footage and I was gonna vlog, and I did vlog, but I forgot to vlog the talking bit. I took heaps of B-roll and there's like 1 clip of me talking. I'm insane. I just like forgot how to do my job. It's not my job. I don't get paid for this. And I was gonna make it into a vlog and I've forgotten. It's April. Do you still want to see it? Because I still want to look at the footage again, so I'm definitely going to do something with it. But like, should I upload it as a YouTube vlog? I think I will anyway. Do I want? I'm unhappy with this. I'm not impressed. Why is it so sharp? Why is it the shape of my head? I'm not impressed that thin brows are coming back in, because I just missed that. Like, I was there for that when it happened in the 90s, but like, and the 2000s, but like I wasn't into makeup, so I never bothered. Like, I think I got my eyebrows waxed as a teenager like 5 times, and I kept them natural because my aunt told me I had really nice natural shape, and I was like, okay, I don't know, and did what she said. And now the skinny brow is back, which is like so hard to come back from. But in saying that, I did buy a brow razor, because of course I did another Shein order because I was sad and sorry for myself while I was feeling sick, and I spent all my money. Not all my money, I'm kidding. But yes, I needed to spend money to make myself feel better, and I did. That does look less insane with the brows now, right? Stop looking directly at the light is like right behind the viewfinder, and it is bright. Stop looking at it, Sarah. Stop looking. You're gonna burn your retinas. I think I'm just gonna do a classic black wing with this. I was thinking of like a smudgy brown one, but I think we're just gonna go classic black. I want to make sure you can see what I'm doing, because you've never seen me do this before. Lol. I've had a few questions actually recently what I use for eyeliner. At the moment I'm using the Maybelline Hyper Easy one. It's pretty. I've got a new Maybelline one to try, but I haven't opened it yet. Actually, I have a bunch of new makeup to try. I should have done that today. Oh, this is drying out. I'm gonna turn off my floor fan. It's cool right down here, but it's just sticky this afternoon for some reason. This is actually, I've forgotten how to do this on camera because it's been so long. It's quite difficult because I'm trying to hold my head, but I need to look a certain way at the mirror. Maybe that'll help. I'm lifting the mirror up now. Oops. I need to rest my arm on something, my left arm. Oh my god. I am having a really hard time. No, I just looked at the light again. I'm not hugely impressed with it, but it's okay. It's dripping. I don't have any tissues. This eyeliner does dribble. It dribbles when it's working though, like you know it's working if it's dribbling everywhere. I think I might do the other side and then I might add like a second wing underneath. I obviously have hooded eyes. It bat winged because of the angle that I did it at. Everyone's hood and line is going to be different. If you're watching this to understand and copy me, don't, because yours is going to be different to mine. The technique is similar. Looking directly at your mirror, eyes open, draw a line. You can fix it up later. Like if you're worried about it, do your eyeliner first before you do base, because then you can like really easily clean it up. Okay? Something I never thought to do. I mess it up all the time. But another tip, don't use liquid liner. if you don't know what you're doing and you're still just learning, use like a, this one's brown, but just like a, what do they call these? Like a gel eyeliner. Oops. This one's broken, but it still works. I did it the other day and I put a whole bunch in like the inner, like right in the corner. And then I drew like a real messy, like small line out. Like it was gross. It looked terrible. But then I got my finger with my nail and just went and it looked really good. I was like, okay. Highly recommend that technique. I need to do the other side not talking to you. I will be right back. Struggling. That's kind of even. Yeah? I don't know. They're different because both my eyes are different shapes to each other. Everyone's are, by the way. Unless you're a robot. Lol. It just keeps getting bigger and bigger. Okay. I want to do my inners, but I'm gonna put sparkly crap on my eyes first. Oh, I forgot to do highlighter. Who am I? I fit pan, by the way, on this. Instead of putting all of the, I'm using highlighter, not eyeshadow, just because I can't be bothered. I'm following the shape of my, is it the orbital bone? Eyebrow bone? Instead of just putting it all over my eyelid. Because you can't see my eyelid anyway. Because we both know I have a problem. And it's obsession with highlighter. And you know what? I'm okay with that. Oh, it's getting hot in here again. Get through it. I had to close the door too because of noise. I'm getting sweaty. Oh boy, is she getting sweaty. Tell me why the first place I always sweat is like right here. Sometimes I just like don't even put makeup on my cheeks because it just sweats off immediately, especially in summer. Ridiculous. Ugh. I just chose to not follow the natural contour of my eye and then I stabbed myself. Would not recommend. Twice in a row. Good job. This eye is so much more ticklish right now. The urge to scratch my inner eye on this side because of the ticklishness right now. I'm gonna do something else weird because I'm in that mood and put white in the middle of these two. Oh, I kind of love that. I'm doing that Asian eye thing and I don't know why because I do not have Asian eyes, but I like how I've gone to all this effort to elongate my eyes and then I've gone to more effort to round them. That makes absolutely no sense. I actually hate this. Do I just take it off and not wear any makeup? It's 5:30. I literally have to leave in like 10 minutes. Yeah, that's how I'm gonna end this video. I'm gonna take off all my makeup and go completely barefaced. I'll be right back. Well, this is a get ready with me. This is part of my getting ready, so. Cleansing balm. Oh wait, should I go like this? Now I just look a little bit emo. Legit, like the day old mascara trend was such a thing when I was in high school. Like I purposefully didn't remove my mascara and I would sleep in it and it would last me like 2-3 days. I'd be like, look how cool I am. I'm too cool to clean my face. Yes, that was the extent of my makeup skill in high school. Ah, nice and clean. Double cleanse. Also took off all the skincare I did earlier today, so skincare round 2. I swear half the time I turn up to this girl's house, I'm like dressed up, makeup, like I'm going out like I'm someone. And then the other half of the time I'm in my pajamas. While that sinks in, let's go get dressed. Just come hang out with me while I do that. These have a hole in them. These are literally track pants. Like, how's the butt area? Is it too thin? Maybe, but you know what? It doesn't matter. Done. And a crop top of some kind. Marc Jacobs Daisy. Also, how cute is this? My friend made this, and I keep like my jewelry and my perfumes and stuff in there. And this was a wedding favor. So cute. Let's get some slides. Ooh. Look at the mess that I've made. It's too hot for this though. All that hard work, hey? Anyway, I'm gonna end the video here. If you stuck around, like, what is wrong with you? But seriously, I love you, and I promise to upload more often. I have to go. Please like and subscribe. I love you all.